Hello guys, and welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to sew an inbuilt corset for a plus size. So you can see this was what we actually did at the end of the day. So this bust is a really big bust size, so corset. So that's what we are going to be learning how to do today. So guys, just sit, relax. So in the previous video we did the cutting, so I'm going to drop the link in the description box so that you can watch the cutting. And then for this I did a very detailed sewing. So guys, so please like this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. So these are all of the pieces and we are going to start. So at this point I was just trying to arrange everything so that it will be easy for us to stitch. Okay, so these are all of my pieces arranged out. So this is actually the back piece, so I'm going to start stitching the back. So that one on the facing the top is the zip allowance part. Even though it does not have a zipper allowance, it's going to be a snatch waist because I needed to snatch the waist because it's a plus size. So at this point I was just trying to join the side of the back piece. So that's the one side of the back piece. So I've joined one side of the back piece, and then this one now that I'm joining now is the front piece. So that's the center front, so you can see the center front. So I've joined that center front, so you can see after joining the center front, this is what you will see. And then at the side, so I'm joining the other part of the front. So if you watch the video, you see the cutting, you see that the front is divided into 6 pieces. So this is the other side, so you just join it. So this is the main part where the main business of the day is, that's the cup. So this is all of the things that I used for my cutting for the to create my own cups, because I actually created the cups myself. I did not use already made cups. So this is the lining piece. So you take one piece from here like this. So these are the two cups. So take one side, one piece from the right, and then you join it. So you can see the way I placed them because I did not want to get confused. So that's why I placed all of them like this so that it will be easy for me. So that's one part of the cup for the front, so for the breast. So I'll take the second one also. You see the way I'm placing them, and then you just make sure you join them together like that, and then you stitch them like this. Okay, so you can see, so you just join it like that. So after joining, you are going to open it and check, so make sure that the cups are looking okay before you join the main piece. So these are the two lining piece. Okay, so we'll keep the two lining piece on the side. So at this point I'm just making sure that they are the same. Okay, so you can see, so make sure that they are the same. So I'll trim that excess out, and then now to the main piece. So this is my wording, so I use a thick wording, and then I use a pad. There's this pad, they said it's hip pad, but I got it in the market. You can see how the back is like ash. So I took the strong pad, that's the strong wording pad, and then added it with that hip pad. So you can see it's like doubled, you understand? So you can see, so I'll take the wording, the thick wording, and then place it, and then like that is I placed them inside, that is I placed the wording on top of the hip pad, and then I am going to stitch them. So at this point you can see I'm still making sure to make sure that all my things are the same. So you can see, so what I did, like I said, I'm explaining it again. I took the thick pad, and then with the hip pad, that's what they said it's called an hip pad, that's what they call it in the market. So you can just see the way it looks like in case you want to buy, can just explain it to them. So at this point, just the way I join the lining piece of the cups, so I'm joining the main one also, that's I'm joining my pads together now to create the cups. So this, at this point, it is very thick and durable. So with this I really did not need to cage the bust. So you can see it stood firm and strong and thick. Okay, so you can see the inside, that's how the inside looks like. So these are the two cups, they came out well. So now we're going to join our fabric together, that's the fabric that we use to cover our cups. So you take them again one piece like that. Okay, so you take one from the right cup and then the side, and then you join it together. After joining, so this is what it looks like after joining. So the next thing I'll show you, so you take that piece that you joined, you are going to place it like this. Make sure that the lining part, that's make sure that the dart line, the join line is the same. Pin it down. Okay, so when you pin it down, we're going to start stitching it. So you can see the way I am stitching it. I'm just going to stitch it round. You understand? Can you see what I am doing? Please subscribe if you have not subscribed, like my video. So can you see, when I stitch it, when I got to that point, I'm going to join it to this side like that. So if you notice, I joined it to one half part and I stopped, and then the other part now I started from the other side again. At this point I am just stitching it down. So your fabric, you use your hand, just pull it out to make sure that it does not have any excess. Okay, so after stitching, you see everything as it looks like. So the next thing, I'm going to trim off all of the excess that I have. So after trimming, we're going to start joining the cups now to the body. So this is the lining piece, so you can see. So lining piece, you are just going to join it. You understand? So this, everything you are doing to the fabric, you are doing to the cups, to the lining also. So I'll use my fabric to explain, to stitch. So at this point now, you are going to take your corset like this, and then bring the down part of your cups, the corset cups, place it like that. Make sure that the dart lines, that it aligns with the dart line of your bodies, of the corset bodies piece. Okay, so you can see, so place it like that. Make sure that they align properly. You understand? So this is like the main part. You understand? So you just stitch it, you stitch it from this side, now you stitch it to the top. So you can see the way I am stitching it at this point. So just trying to stitch the corset down. Just make sure that your cup are well formed. Once the cups are well formed, just like I explained, watch the video of the cutting so you see the way I cut the corset. You understand? So you just watch it and then see. So you can see, I'll stitch it. So once I get to that top part, I'm going to stop, and then I'll take this other side and then turn it again, and then I'll start stitching it on this other side like this. So you can see I'm stitching it on this other side. So make sure you stitch. Don't, at this point you don't need to rush it, just take it gently and stitch it so that it will be well stitched down. Okay, so after stitching it, I'm just going to open it. So please like the video so you can see how it stayed well, and you can see how tall the cups are. So it covers the plus size bust properly. So you can see, you see he looks good. It's firm, is well covered. You can see how long the cups are. So now you take your lining piece, after joining the lining on also, you take your lining piece like this, you place it inside. Make sure that it is sitting well. Okay, after checking it to make sure that it is stitching well, it is well joined. Let me put it that way. It is well joined together at this point. So you can see, so I'm going to stitch it from the inside like that to the top. Because it is an inbuilt corset, I'm not going to turn the down part, so it's just this top part. So after joining, you can see how it looks like. So I'll use my hands to push in my lining. I'll push them in properly and then give it a good ironing. So when you are ironing, you don't want to flatten the bust down, so just do it properly and then you iron it. Okay, so that's the back piece. So like I said, the back piece is just straight joining, just like you saw in the first part of the video. Just join it and then turn it with the lining the same way we turned the front. Okay, so now I'm going to take my back piece like this. I'll place them like this. I'll place the side to the side, and then I'll stitch it like that. I'll use my measurement to stitch it out. So I'll stitch it out. So after stitching it out, now this is what it looks like. So I've joined the back. So I added a modesty panel to it. So just cut a piece of fabric. Make sure that it is the length you want, and then stitch it along with the side. That's all. There's no much big deal. So this is the skirt that I'm going to do. So this is a normal straight skirt. You understand? So that's what I'm using for the inbuilt. So it's a normal straight skirt. So at this point, make sure that you are finished sewing your skirt. You understand? But don't add the zip. Don't add the zip to it. Make sure that you are finished stitching everything. So that's the zip allowance part. That's where I opened now. So because it is easier for you to lay it straight and then attach it. So at this point, for the down part of my corset bodice, that's the top part, you can decide to hem it, but at that point I've not hemmed it. So that's the skirt. I took the midpoint of the skirt, so I just placed a notch on it. So after placing the notch on it, this is how it's going to stay. You understand? So this is how you are going to take that center part that you place that notch in, very important, and then it's going to be at the center of the corset. So before then, I'm going to show you how to mark. So it depends on where you want to mark from. So I want to mark for my waist. So you can see, so that's my waist area, which is about 18 inches. So you can see I'm placing it. I'm trying to make sure that it is on the right side. Make sure that all the points, that the line is straight, as in is not bent. So you can see, that's why you see I'm using this chalk. I wanted it to show really properly. So I'm making sure that I'm checking everything to make sure that the lines are the same. That's the length that I'm doing is the same. It's not like one part will be high, the other part will be low. Okay, so that is why. So mark where you are going to stitch the skirt on for the inbuilt part of the corset. So make sure you mark it and make sure that your line is very visible, because if your client is here, you can do this on their body, but if they are not here, you can do it this way that I'm doing it. So now you take the skirt and then take the center part of your skirt, place it, and then give it a good stitch. So you just stitch it to that point, and note, when you stitch, you will not get to the end. So this is like two lines before my, for before the that the backboning. So that's where I'm going to stop it. So you can see that part that is bending, they have bones there. I'm not going to stitch it to the end, so that you'll be able to snatch it and tie it tight. So that is why. So you just run it like this, and after that, that's all. You can see how beautiful, simple and easy this corset is. So after sewing, that's all. You are done with your inbuilt corset. So please, if you find this video helpful, like the video. If you have not subscribed